Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to a new game of StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm. As you might have already noticed by the clicking of my keyboard, this is going to be a complete live game. So while you actually watch me setting up these hotkeys, I'm actually playing this game as well. So I'm going to be commentating this one and playing at the exact same time. So it's going to be, let's see actually what matchup it's going to be. It's going to be a Zerg vs Protoss on Frost Ladder Edition. So a ZVP, and obviously it's a 4-player map and I managed to spawn in the top right corner, which is okay. I quite like this map. In general though, I'm a lot happier on this map, especially whenever I spawn in cross position. Basically when you spawn cross position, it is usually a longer rush distance, which usually means it's just a straight up better map for a Zerg player, but we will find out shortly what's gonna happen. Now let's say GLHF to my opponent. And yeah. So a lot of people have been asking me why do I spam so much in the early part of the game, and honestly, there's really no good answer to it. It is just mostly just sheer boredom, but also there's a bunch of actual good things about spamming in the early part of the game, as long as you don't manage to miss any kind of droneage or whatever. The big reason why you want to be spamming in the early part of the game, if you can manage to do so, is that it actually keeps your hands busy throughout the entire game. At some point in the game, if my APM starts lacking and actually start having less actions per minute, it basically will get noticed by my brain much easier and much earlier as well. Instead of me actually gradually building up the APM, you know, if I would be spamming all game long, my brain will obviously pick this up and it will really, you know, it will basically force me to automatically use that APM. Now that's one of the good reasons why APM spam has a small advantage, and the other reason is that as you can see, people just straight up forget everything. I was actually talking right there, and I completely forgot to throw out a hatchery. Okay, what we're gonna do is actually just 3 hatchery pool. Anyway, what I was saying is that my opponent, I hope my opponent doesn't scout me, because I did make a spawning pool, but what I was saying is the other reason why it's good is to actually make sure that you keep your hands warm. Having warm hands in StarCraft II helps out a ton. Now, to actually make up for this loss that I made right there, I got a little bit greedy and actually got up to 400 minerals without me even realizing. I'm going for triple hatch before pool. Now, I managed to scout my opponent right there, which is nice. And I hope that he actually goes for either next... Oh god. Okay, the next is already up. Okay, we will need to scout anyway though. I'm a little bit worried right now, because this might mean that my opponent's actually kind of rushing me at this very moment, which wouldn't be ideal to say the least. Okay, there's a cannon already going up there though, which is cool. Let's make sure this guy is running around and... Oh, he's right there. Let's make sure I don't die right here. Would be lovely. No, it looks like we're fine. A little bit of an attracted trick right there. And yeah, we'll just need to make sure I get a few more drones over to the third. Should be fine though in general. Because my creep will be up soon. There we go. He should be cancelling this, to be honest. Yeah, he cancels it. Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna be pulling drones off gas. Gonna be starting my link speed as well. So far we're actually quite fine. Gotta make sure I start making more and more drones though, because else it would just get really tricky. But I still have a good scouting going on right here. I know that the cybercore is pretty late, so I don't need to worry about that. My link speed is super greedy as well. I just lost track of his probe right now. Oh well. Considering my gigantic mistake in the early part of the game where I got stuck talking, it is decent. It's decent. Not ideal, but you know, you get the point. Okay, let's start scouting around with these links. Make sure I got everything going that I need. Just gotta make sure got a creep tumor down with this one first. And there we go. Okay, managed to find it once more, which is sweet. Come on, kill him. And yeah, so far so good actually. He's getting a double gas up at the 6-minute mark, which is okay. Means I'm gonna do something similar too. I'm gonna get mine a little bit later though. I don't need to worry as much about it. As long as I get my gases a little bit again. Normally you want to be getting double gas around the 6-minute mark. And considering I already have 100 gas for my zerging speed earlier on, I should be fine doing it this way, so getting it about half a minute later. I actually already kind of know what my opponent's up to right now. I don't really need to worry about anything else. Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna be scouting around, obviously. Also gonna put this one on top of the third base, so I can actually poop some creep on it as soon as it's necessary. Because he's likely to take this base, or this base right here, as his third base, whenever we spawn in these kind of locations. I'm more curious what my opponent's up to, though. He's chrono boosting an upgrade right there. That is important to note. So I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Gonna get my Roach Warren up. And I really want to know what my opponent's up to, though. It's a little bit of a funky build. Just in case, I'm gonna get a Spore Crawler on each base. Because I can. There's really no reason for me not to do so right now. Gonna get another gas up right there. Another gas up right there. And just in general, a whole lot of stuff. Let's actually keep threading it that way. Make sure we know what's up. And he was actually being quite aggressive right there, which might indicate that he wants to go for a third base. Gotta make sure I have 3 base saturation going, which I almost have. 3 more drones, there we go. And now I'm gonna basically make a ton of units. As long as I don't know whether or not there's a third base up, I'm good to go. Okay. Gonna make a bunch of roaches right now. And yeah, there is a third base up right now, which is just before the 9-minute mark, which is the standard timing. So what I'm actually gonna do is just try a roach bust with a whole lot of roaches. Pretty similarly to what Stevano used to do when he was at his prime and he was basically beating Protosses left and right, which is a 4-gas timing with a ton of roaches pretty much. So I'm just gonna be messing roaches mostly. Now, normally this timing would hit pretty early, right when Roach Beat was finished, but I think I should have more supply, considering I play a little bit greedier in the early part of the game. Now I'm gonna use this Zergling, scout around for any kind of potential proxy pylons that he might have up, but honestly it should be a pretty good build so far for me. I can always obviously transition as well if it's necessary, which is nice. And I will be able to push with a ton of units, and it might actually be really, really hard for him to hold. Just in case though. Oh, he's scouting it, looks like. Oh, kill it! No, don't lag. Okay, good. Just in case, I'm gonna try and hide my units for now, so he doesn't really know that I'm messing a ton of them right now. He also didn't see my 4th macro hatchery, which should be nice for me. And I'm just very curious how this is gonna go. Now, I'm also gonna get Burrow, because I can. I'm gonna go this Roach Heavy. I might as well get the Roach Tunneling Claws upgrade, which is obviously allowing my Roaches to move underground. So this thing is almost done. Gonna make a few more Overlords and now I'm gonna start moving out. Now this is actually a strategy that hasn't been used by anyone in forever, so this might actually be very, very effective. I'm gonna make a lot of Zerglings to reinforce with. I have link speed up, right? Yes, I do. I made that as the very first upgrade, so my Zerglings will come as a reinforcement very, very soon, which should help me out quite significantly. Okay, here we go. Move in, move in. Oh, target fire. Target fire. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, trying to get as many units out as I can right now. Managed to actually kill the Immortal, which is a huge deal. And I also managed to kill most of the units, it looks like right now. My reinforcements are coming in, so this is just a straight up ownage right now on my side of things. We'll be able to take out the army, it looks like, as well. And my reinforcements are gonna come in so soon. Gonna grab a few units just to make sure I kill this Immortal right here. Oh, come on. There we go. Immortals are the ones that actually deal all the damage right here. And I managed to kill most of the stuff right now. Now I should actually wait for my reinforcements one more. Gonna start a Hydra Den as well as a Spire. Did I start a Hydra Den? Actually just a Spire is fine now, think about it. But I should really try and do a little bit more damage to him. Now that was actually quite successful considering everything. Oh, I'm gonna go into the main. Okay, the Zerglings are in the main base right now. Oh, no, gotta make them go to the natural once more. Oh, so much attack everywhere. So my Zerglings are going to town in the natural, which is nice. Actually managed to miss a warp in right there, which is very, very useful. And I'm gonna start making up for a big transition very soon into Mutalisk as soon as I can. Okay, make sure I get the third base at the very least, because that would be huge. I hope so at the very least. Ugh. Might actually be just barely in his advantage right now. It's gonna get super close. Nope, gonna have to fly out of there again. That mothership cannon is doing a ton of damage right now to me. Okay, well here we go. I'm gonna start transitioning into a bunch of mutas. We'll use those to distract them into the third base. And I'm also gonna start a bunch more drones right now. So that was all in all not quite as successful as I hoped. I did manage to clean up most of his army, which is nice, but oh well. Gonna send my mutas right over there towards his third base, so I can start using these units pretty much right away for some double pronged harassment. I'm gonna send my main army into his natural. Oh god. Come on. Go on, go on. Okay, here we go. He doesn't really have anything to do with this, but he's gonna go for a big counter attack right now, which is nice. He doesn't really have any high-tech units though, so that might actually come into play as well. Gonna make one big round of drones right there for the fort, which I don't know if it's gonna be a good advantage for me, but once I actually manage to get this thing up, I should have a pretty firm position in the game to make sure that I get more and more units up. I'm gonna start some corruptors right now too. Ooh. Actually, maybe making these drones was a bit of a mistake right there for me, because I managed to be really greedy with it, but I don't know if it was the good decision. Now here we go. Gonna have to try and do as much damage as I can. Target fire most of these phoenixes down. Ooh. Gonna run those to the natural again. And that Roach burrow actually worked out perfectly. Managed to kill most of that. I saved most of my drones, which is nice. Gonna send a bunch of them into the main base, as well as a bunch into the third, just in case. And as long as I get this thing up, I should be good. And burrow those on top of the Hydras, or on top of the Stalkers, and I'm just gonna stop making any kind of mutas, because it's really no use with this at all. Start transitioning into Hydras as well, and I'm gonna send those back into the fort, because I should have enough to just barely hold on right here. Okay. Make sure I got a couple of spores up. Why are you guys just chilling there? Okay. Big round of drones once more. Towards my third, or towards my fourth actually, just to make sure I get everything up. And I should start transitioning into a hive as well very soon, but I think it's gonna be a bit too risky to already do that. So I have a pretty sick income right now, compared to him. I'm gonna have to stay aggressive though. If I allow him to max out an army, that will be too bad. I know that he doesn't have a fort, which is nice. And that obviously will help me out quite a bit, but I still need to make sure that he doesn't just get a huge army up without me noticing it. Okay, nice. Managed to get a pylon. And I also actually forced that mothership cannon right there, which is also quite important right now for him. I'm gonna start double upgrades too. Actually, I haven't had any this game. That's a big deal. But soon I should be able to have most of my stuff up and running. Actually could go for a little bit of a sneaky attack right there with Roach burrow. I don't think he's aware of these units at all. No, he is aware. Sadly for me, he is aware. There we go. Bunch more Hydras. +1/+1. Oh. There we go. And he really should be massing an army right now. I don't see any other reason why he's sitting back for this long. Just in case though, I'm gonna get 2 spine crawlers up right there in the fort base, because there's a big chance he's gonna try and run by this circling that is buried out right there, which would be a bad thing. So let's see what his army is made of. Gonna get my infestation pit up. make sure. And considering he also already threw down his Guardian Shield, that was actually quite a nice little attack. Okay. Target firing down the Void Race. Okay, these are important units for him, so I can just go back.
We require more minerals.
And transition into a bit more of a Hydra-focused army as well. Gonna try to go for a bunch of extra Corruptors too. Corruptors are gonna be quite important in this army composition. And I'm gonna push once more, once +1/+1 finishes, which is soon. I managed to clean up most of his Void Race there, though. I don't think he has any more left. Maybe just 1 or 2 left, but that's not too big of a deal. Oh, he's actually looking to move out. Just in case he gets close, I'm gonna set up a little bit of an arc right here, because he might decide to get closer. And no, it looks like he actually is fully aware of everything that's happening for me. So what I'm gonna do, make 2 oversteers, add this with my army control group as well. And I am actually maxed out right now. +1/+1 should be done any second, and it will be. So I have a nice little timing window here once more, where my upgrades align, and it should be able to at least push. Ooh, he's trying to get a fort. Let's actually at the very least cancel that. Well, that will definitely never go up. Here we go, here we go. Get a huge concave up. Nice, this is the sickest concave you can go for pretty much. All my Hydralisks got firing. And yeah, Hydralisk DPS is insane, as you can see right there. And I do manage to clean up that army right there. Gonna start transitioning into a Spire, or a Great Aspire that is. And I'm gonna make a bunch of Corruptors, just to make sure. Move up this ramp as well. But yeah, denying the fort base right there was already huge, and he GG's. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. A little bit of a scrappy game, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I will see you in the next game. Bye! Hello everyone, my name is Lowko, and welcome to a new video for StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm. In this video, I'm going to be covering a very basic build order for the race Zerg.